A Montreal woman is speaking out against a decision to drop criminal charges against 3 men she says sexually assaulted her. The men were football players at McGill University. They were charged more than 2.5 years ago with sexual assault and confinement. This week, all charges were dropped. As Mike Armstrong reports, critics argue this decision could prevent other assault victims from coming forward.
The news hit like a bombshell. Monday morning was supposed to be the continuation of the preliminary hearing for the 3 men. Instead, the Crown prosecutor stood up and announced there was new evidence and he was dropping all charges. A decision he said he didn't take lightly but wouldn't explain.
I won't give any explanation. Thank you.
The 3 men walked out of court without comment, congratulated by friends and family. According to their lawyers, the charges of sexual assault never should have been laid.
It was consensual from beginning.
Meantime, in another room, friends and family were consoling the alleged victim, too distraught to speak immediately.
I feel like it's very unfair.
She sat down with Global Montreal Tuesday.
Well, I know it wasn't consensual. I know I said no, and I know they hurt me.
The incident took place in September of 2011. The woman and a friend met some football players at this bar, and after last call, went to their apartment. There, she was given a drink, a can of beer. She has wondered ever since whether it may have been drugged.
Yeah, they gave them to me already opened, which is weird. Who does that?
The next several hours are hazy. The woman says she remembers being in a bed and repeatedly saying no, while one of the men told her everything was fine.
It's okay, we're all bros here. I can remember that perfectly, that sentence.
The next morning, she says her clothes were thrown at her and she was told she had to leave. The 3 men had to go to football practice. Now, the reason the charges were dropped appears to be an email from the neighbor of the victim at the time of the incident. The woman lived in residence and confided in a resident advisor. That advisor recently sent an email to the Crown claiming the incident was consensual.
They have no right to say it was consensual. I mean, first of all, they weren't there.
This case has rekindled the debate over what constitutes consent. Critics also say it may make other victims reluctant to come forward. For one of the creators of the Being Raped Never Reported campaign, this case shows victims need some sort of advocate to help them with the justice system.
I know the Crown is supposed to do that, but they don't always. They're just basically prosecuting the accused. They're not there on behalf of the victim.
Now, the charges may have been dropped, but both sides may find themselves in court again. The alleged victim does have the possibility of a civil case against the football players, but the lawyers for the players say they're considering a civil case for defamation against the alleged victim. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.